Today I'm talking to Phil Joseph of The Human Business, who wanted to demonstrate that it's possible for businesses to be climate positive without having to offset. So Phil, where were you in your carbon journey when you joined Go Climate Positive?
Oh, way back. I'm not even sure we were on a journey. We started at the time when we were coming out of physical meetings and moving our offering online. So it was important for us to say, how can we take account of that? How can we, to be honest, it was easy to measure our impact when we were driving into town every day and running physical meetings. So it was around about that point where we started to look seriously at measuring what we do, which was when we met you and when you started to talk about the offering that you had.
Yeah. And what help were you looking for from us?
Just getting started on what exactly is it we're measuring. We had the will there to do something. We weren't sure what the something was. And I suspect there's a lot of people that are in that situation where they look at this thing and they think, oh, this is so big and I'm just me. You know, I don't have an office building. I haven't got dozens of staff. I'm not running a fleet of vehicles. I'm not really sure what I can do.
Yeah. So how did you find the process?
Well, to start with, I found it quite daunting because, there were a lot of questions. And I'm not really a detailed person. I'm pretty much a big picture person. Fortunately, my business partner, Terry Malloy, is a detail person. So when that first set of spreadsheets came out with all the questions on, I sort of went, ah. And Terry just said, I'll deal with this. And then I knew, the questions came over that I needed to answer. And yeah, then it started to happen. So getting started, like with everything else, that first step was a bit, whoa. But we're committed to doing it, so get in and get on with it.
And what did you learn that you didn't expect to?
Well, for me personally, I learned that actually there are small things I can do, or perhaps I should say easily achieved things I can do that will stack up and make a big difference. And I didn't know that before. I suspected it, but I didn't know where to find it. So it as well as learning something new, it confirmed a sort of feeling that I had, that there must be a way that I can get engaged in this, small as I am.
So how have you and the business benefited from it?
The big benefit that's come out of this is that because we now measure our footprint, we wanted to measure the footprint of the people that work with us and the people that come into membership with us. So realizing that we're not doing physical meetings anymore, we needed to make sure that we could measure their carbon footprint. And then, whilst it may not be the best thing to do, but what we're able to do is actually offset their carbon. So as well as reducing our carbon footprint to fit the way we now work, we can offset their carbon footprint. And we do that by planting trees in your woodland. So that really closes the circle for us. And when we tell people that for every year that they're in membership with us, we plant a tree, and we'll do that every year. And you were able to calculate that that will offset the carbon that they are spending by being online with us once a month for 2 hours. So to be able to measure that precisely, where previously for me it was just guesswork, that is a massive benefit to the business because it sets us apart. And when we explain that to people, they go, oh, so not only are we doing something good for the planet and good for them, we're also nudging them along the route of doing what we're doing. So we are constantly looking to advocate that they do what we've done, either through you or for somebody that offers something just like you. Obviously, mostly we're nudging people towards you. And that just increases the connection and the trust that we build with people that we're working with regularly. So that's the business commercial advantage, as well as being a personal advantage for Terry and myself.
And if you go back to the start of your carbon journey and give yourself some advice, what would it be?
This is an easy one for me. I got taught this expression about 15, 20 years ago with a business coach: trust the process. So whatever it is you've jumped into, whatever it is you've decided to do, instead of doing what I did back last year and go, oh my God, there's a lot of questions, trust the process. And in this case, it's your process. So as soon as I relaxed and let it go, and that you would be managing that process, it got a lot more comfortable, and I wasn't scared anymore.
Fantastic. And where would you like your carbon journey to go next?
Well, I think now we've arrived at neutral, and I want to carry on becoming. Now, is it more positive, or is it more positively negative?
It's
or
more positive for the climate, hence the
right. So that's the direction we're going in. So that as our business scales up and grows, and we get more people on board, more people working with us, we can spread that benefit out to them as they come in, rather than directing them to go back. And we do advocate for people to do this. So again, it helps close that circle of connection. We know somebody that can do this. We know people that need this. There's a trusted and valued relationship between us. So I can confidently suggest that other people talk to you.
Fantastic.
And that's great, because it means I'm of service to other people.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Phil.
Okay.